Demonstrating the RRP EPA protocol for a barrier for a door. Ma'am, we're going to be starting a project today. You're not going to be able to come in this room anymore, eat, drink, or smoke in the area, and until we have a clearance verification achieved, or a cleaning verification achieved, or a clearance from a risk assessor. Is that good with you?
Well, what if I need to come in the room to get something?
You'll have to get it right now. You won't be able to do anything else. You won't be able to come in the room at all.
Okay.
Nor pets, nor kids.
Okay.
We're going to put up a sign here. Caution, lead hazard, keep out. Authorized personnel only, which does not mean you can only be somebody that is certified or been trained by a certified remodeler. No eating, drinking, or smoking in this area. We're going to put this up just so that everybody knows. For building our flapped barrier to keep the dust down, we're going to measure the doorway opening. We're going to add about 3 inches to that doorway opening. And when we tape it all around the perimeter, we will put a little S at the top and the bottom so that it's not taut. So, we have 40 inches of width. So we're going to make a cut 43 inches long on the plastic. I like to cut the plastic all layers at the same time. It's much easier rather than while it's still folded up. Then you can make a quicker cut and a more accurate cut. So 40-inch opening, making it 43. You can use scissors or a razor knife. If you use a razor knife, maybe put a 1x4 down or something, just so you don't cut into the substrate, carpeting, floor, table, and make the homeowner mad. This particular, let's get over the top of the door casing. If it was a wood door casing, that we'd staple right at the top of it also, but we're going to put and tape the plastic right to the top of the door casing. We're leaving the slack in the center to make our S so that the plastic is not taut when we finally do the slit. You see what I'm talking about, the S at the top here. See, that makes it less taut when we actually make our slit. Tape down the sides, cut it off about 3 inches extra slack at the bottom. And we're going to tape that to the floor, so it'll be complete taped perimeter around the whole place. It's a little gangly having 6 foot of duct tape at a time, so maybe a couple foot pieces would work good. To a painted surface, you may want to put painter's tape down or frog tape down first, then tape the duct tape to the painter's tape so that it doesn't pull off the paint when you're finishing, because you are going to be responsible for doing any tear-ups of the paint. This side we have a little more clearance, so we'll run duct tape in one continuous piece, much easier. Using one hand to hold it down. Make sure a nice firm tight fit. We're going to go with a tight seal, dust-free seal. You know, quite a lot of positive air pressure on this thing, on this doorway opening. That's one of the things we're supposed to do anyway, was turn off the central air unit. So I will do that, much to the dismay of my coworkers. You should also staple the top perimeter of the plastic into the casing if possible. Give it a little bit extra strength. cut off the bottom, which was a little extra long, we're going to cut 3 inches extra, tape it to the floor. Have an extra S in there also for a bit of flap before we cut our opening. Okay, we've cut it 3 inches extra slack at the bottom, so we can tape it right to the floor. Shut it off. So we've made the inside piece of plastic 3 inches taller than the door. We've taped it off very securely to the base, to the carpet, or the substrate of the floor. You know, we also have an S folded in here. That extra 3 inches of width we use to make our S at the top and the bottom. That'll make it so it's not too taut when people are walking through it, otherwise it'll tear. Now once I get up off the ground, I will cut the center slit out. Okay, to reinforce the center slit, we're going to make a slit about 6 inches from the top, 6 inches from the bottom, big enough to get a worker through. Tape down the whole length before we cut our slit. If we do it afterwards, it'll be too hard to try to tape it together. This also strengthens the unit. Okay. Take a razor knife. Careful you don't cut yourself. Cut a slit right down the center of the tape. Stop at about 6 inches from the top, 6 inches from the bottom. We're going to put a piece of tape horizontally to help reinforce that area. You pull the camera up a little bit there. And reinforce at the top horizontally. Okay, now we have an opening the worker can get into fairly easily. Next we're going to put a cover sheet on top of that, but first let's try it out. Looking good. Shut the camera off.
Okay.
Okay, we have a 40-inch door opening, so we'll make this about 40 inches wide, and that'll be our outer barrier flap. Okay. This is 8 foot 4 inches long, so it's going to be a little too tall. We'll start by building our little dowel rod to the bottom. There'll be a weight just to hold it down nicely for us. Could do this on a flat surface, maybe a little easier, but we wanted to make sure you see exactly what's going on here. Fancy job it is. Okay, then I'm going to come back across with another piece. Like I said, it'd be easier to do it on a flat surface. Okay, now we have a weighted surface. Keep it just about flush with the bottom of the door opening, not hanging down. Tape it across also. We've stapled and taped it both. Okay, and there you have it, a proper two-part plastic door enclosure. So you pull up, definitely walk on through, and drop it back down. So it fits real nicely against the bottom. Fits real nicely against the bottom and all around the perimeter. So that's skill set number 2. Thank you.